Coverage you can count on continues. This is News Channel 15's First News Weekend.
The nation's first multi-county historic cemetery tour is celebrating its third season in Northeast Indiana.
The Tombstone Trail is now open and encompasses Noble and DeKalb counties. To tell us more about it this morning, we're joined by Dave Ober from the Noble County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, Dave.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So the Tombstone Trail, for those who may not be familiar, what is this?
It is a unique cemetery tour that it spans multiple counties in Northeast Indiana, and basically it highlights notorious and important figures in the history of our state and in our region, and the contributions that they've made to make Northeast Indiana what we see today.
Cool. Who are some of those figures?
Well, first and foremost, in this year's book, we include Jean Stratton Porter, which is a huge figure for the state of Indiana. She is a famous author and naturalist and photographer, and she was born in LaGrow, Indiana, and has a home in Rome City, Indiana, which is now a state historic site, as well as one in Geneva down by Bern area.
Now, is this the tour, you mentioned you've got a book there.
Yeah.
Is this a tour that people can do themselves? It's a self-guided tour?
It is mostly self-guided. There will be events throughout the year where people can take tours that are guided, but for the most part, this is a guidebook that you can purchase online on Amazon.com, and it shows up at your doorstep, and there are maps and a neat little guide and
facts and everything in there too. What's the running, just for folks who may be interested, what's the running price on the book?
This book is $25,
okay.
And you can also purchase a downloadable version that you can print out individual pages or put it on your iPad and take that along with you as well.
So what do people kind of say when they do this? I mean, I've never done anything like this.
It's very interesting. We get feedback from folks who take the tour who are from other states and from around Indiana that come up to do this. We hear that it's a great way to do some outdoor activities, and it's great for kids. A lot of families take their kids out and show them the important people that are buried and tell their stories.
And real quick, Dave, we're almost out of time, but what are some new features this year?
Well, we have a new guidebook, which I just showed you, and it's got new stories, and these are set up for the 200-year bicentennial of the state of Indiana. So these are some of the important people to the history of the state.
That's great. I'm sure there's so many that people don't know about.
Absolutely.
I'm sure there's a lot to see there.
Thanks so much for
sharing.
coming in, Dave.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. The Tombstone Trail is open now through October.